All right, everyone, welcome back to our first video on the Squeaky Klean YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over our, not so much budget, but a lower, not buying a trailer kind of skid build or trailer build for a pressure washing company. We are starting our new pressure wash company here in Houston, Texas. So we're going to go over the equipment, a quick brief run through of all the equipment here behind me of what we've decided to go with and the reasons why, give you some specs. And then we'll show you the trailers going on and we'll walk you through the whole process. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that way you can see us do the whole trailer build, some jobs, quoting estimates, stuff like that. We're gonna try to go over everything throughout our whole process and starting this business, okay? So without further ado, let's start out with the heart of our trailer. This is a 14 horsepower Vanguard engine paired up to an AR 4 gallon per minute, 4,200 PSI pump. This one does have an external bypass that is very important. That way your water isn't going to get hot while you're off the trigger throughout your jobs. That's going to be mounted on the trailer. We'll show you all where that goes here in a second. We have that paired up. No particular order. Obviously, as the trailer gets built, we will show you where things are going. But we have two 18-inch real deal big hose reels from Southeast Soft Wash. We decided to go with these full aluminum build. You can order the super swivels that are very nice. That way you're reeling it up, the hose isn't getting all binded on itself and whatnot. These two 18-inch hose reels have 3/4 inlets on both ends. That is going to be paired with one reel with about 225 feet or so of 5/8 Flexzilla. This will be our soft wash hose. The other one will have a 100-foot 3/4 inch Flexzilla. That will be our feed hose, which is what you run to the house. That way you can roll it up when you're done. You don't have to sit there and wind it up on your arm. Makes life a lot easier. The other hose reel is a 12-inch real deal, not the real big deal, just the regular deal. This will have our 200 feet of high pressure non-marking gray hose. We decided to do two separate 100-foot sections. One, it's a little cheaper to do it this way. Two, if you have a blowout on one of the sections, you're only replacing 100 feet instead of a whole 200-foot hose. These take the brunt of your abuse when you're on the job. They're going across the driveway, concrete, wrapping around the corners of houses. So this stuff is kind of a necessity, but it's also expendable because it's going to get damaged. You're going to have blowouts. You're going to have fittings go bad. Moving on to our soft wash pump. This is a Rimco 7 gallon per minute soft wash pump. This is what we're going to be using to do roof cleanings, pre-treating and post-treating driveways and sidewalks, stuff like that. We decided to go with the 7 gallon per minute just to have some more flow. Due to the trailer we're building, we're allowed to have that flow, obviously with the tanks that we're going to have. So this Rimco pump will be paired up with a Midwest Washing Equipment blend manifold. We have the one with 2 soaps and then the SH line and the water line. It is on the way. We're having some issues with shipping, but it'll be here. Y'all see it as we build the trailer. So that will be paired up with that. Going over tanks while we're here. This is a 45 gallon, this will be our SH tank or bleach tank. We probably will upgrade in the future depending on the type of jobs we do, but we decided to go with a 45 gallon to start. These are two 26 gallon, these will be our soap tanks. So one will be our surfactant, whichever one we choose. The other will be either a degreaser or a general purpose surfactant or anything like that. It could be whatever we want. So that's what we're going with, 2 soap tanks since our manifold will allow us to. We have a 225 gallon water tank. That'll be a buffer tank. You don't really need to go any bigger than that just because you're always going to have flow coming from the house from your feed line. So anything bigger than that is just unnecessary weight. You're not going to tote it around full or anything like that. So 225 is plenty as a buffer tank. We have 3/4 inch Tiger Flex. This is a crush proof hose. That'll be what we run all the plumbing on the trailer from tank to tank into the manifold and stuff like that. We have a 20-inch BE Whirlaway. We decided to go with the ones with casters. I just think it's a less force that it will take to move across the concrete. I have used some non-castered ones, so I figured let's try one with casters and see how it rocks. Yeah, so that's pretty much all the equipment. Here in a second, I'll show you the trailer it's all going to be going on. Is not this trailer. So we'll show you the layout. We'll walk you through the reasons why we chose the layout we did. All right, y'all, so here's our Big Tex 30SA. We got this out of Tomball, Texas, at Big Tex Trailers in Tomball. Go see Dalton. He really hooked us up with this trailer. This was a 1-year-old trailer that during the COVID times, it was sitting on the lot brand new. It's never been sold. They sold it to us with a real good deal. We're very impressed with how Big Tech's treated us. So go see them. But anyways, it's a 30 SA 5x12. The reason we decided to do that is, one, obviously the tanks are big. You need the space to lay everything out with, and have plenty of room for fittings and stuff like that on the trailer. We were considering going with a 5x10, but with the tanks we chose, we're very glad we ended up going with a 5x12. It gives us the real estate we need to be able to lay everything out. So this is a good quality trailer if you're in Texas or in the South. They're a very reputable brand. We decided to go ahead and deck stain the boards just for appearance and to keep them from looking bad over the years and weathering and all that. Because once everything's on the trailer, you're not going to want to restain it and repaint it and take everything off again. Went ahead and did that. We didn't record any of that. But so it's a very good trailer, 3,000 pound axle. So if we had every tank full to the max plus the weight we're putting on it, we would still have about 400, 500 pounds of grace. We'll never have full 225 gallons of water and full 45 bleach and both surfactant tanks. So it's not going to be an issue. So that's why we went to go with this. It's a decently spec'd out trailer. It's got full LED lights all the way around. That is one perk of going up to an SA model for them instead of the SE. SE comes with halogen lights and all that. We actually got this on such a good deal. It was a win-win. So we upgraded to the SA. That comes with full LED lights. If you're just watching this video for the trailer, this gate is actually spring assisted. It's very nice. We won't be using that obviously in the pressure washing world, but if you're looking for a lawn trailer or something like that, it would be great. Comes with a couple tie downs. Probably not going to be using them because everything's going to get bolted down. But this is going to be the trailer setup. So now we're going to switch to a time lapse. We're going to pull all the equipment off the other trailer, put it into its spot on this trailer, and we're going to give you another walk around and the reasoning why we chose to put things where we did for our setup. All right, y'all, so y'all saw in the time lapse, we threw everything on the trailer. We had a little oopsies and it actually dropped the big tank a little bit, but makes for funny content. So literally as we were doing this, the Midwest Industries soft wash blend manifold, it's not bolted down or anything, showed up. So this is about where it's gonna sit on the trailer. Just wanted to show this to y'all before we do the trailer walk around. Went ahead and spent the money to do it right the first time. So we're not, fighting Home Depot blend manifolds for the first 6 months. It's done. This trailer is going to be ready to rock with the best equipment we can afford right now. So this is 3/4 in, 3/4 out. And it'll all be plumbed with that blue Tiger Flex hose we showed. This will be our water line in from the bulk tank, or the buffer tank. This will be the SH, the chem. Soap 1 will be our surfactant. Soap 2 will be our degreaser, whatever we wanted to put in that second tank on the back. So we are also going to be mounting our Rimco 7-gallon per minute pump to the back side here. We'll show y'all, we'll walk y'all through all that in one of the next videos as we build it, okay? So we're just gonna do a quick overview. Pack out box is not how it's gonna be mounted, I promise. So, shut this up. It's got this nice aluminum door, which keeps anything from taking the valves off if, in a tight area, tree branch, whatever. Starting at the back, we have a pressure washer on the rear. That way, driver's side, you get out, once you pull all your hoses out on the passenger side, as you can see, all 3 hose reels are down the passenger side because that's the side of the house we're going to be working on. You'll get out of the truck, pull your hose reels out, go back to the driver's side, start the engine. You should never really have to go back to the driver's side until the job's done to turn it off. So that's the theory behind that. And it allows our pump straight out. We'll have a downstream injector right off the pump. The hoses will run off to the tanks that they need to run to. This will be our high pressure hose with 200 feet of high pressure. Out it goes. These will actually be mounted just cantilevered barely off the edge like that. That's what the aluminum on the other trailer is. So y'all see that us fabricate all this in the next video. So it'll be, all 3 will be sitting something like that. Then we have our 2 soap tanks. We'll have soap 1, soap 2 like we talked about. Those will be plumbed up. We'll be strapping those down. This will be our feed hose. This will be our 1-inch Flexzilla hose that runs into our bulk tank. Blend manifold we already discussed. We have all the bungs on this tank facing the passenger side. We will be plumbing in a little drain that dumps right here in front of the wheel well. That way, if we do have a full tank leaving a job and we're done, we can get rid of a lot of that weight and just dump it straight to the ground. That is just for the water. This will be our soft wash hose, 225 feet of Flexzilla like we talked about. And all this will also be cantilevered off the front. 45-gallon bleach tank sitting here will be strapped in. We ordered a 30-inch aluminum toolbox. That's where the battery and just some pack outs of fittings and O-rings and extra supplies and all that will go inside this box. So that's what this space will be for right here. Then we have our BE 20-inch whirlaway. We're going to be building a little cradle for it that holds it in. And then we will be building a riser bar that will hold this just off the buffer tank just like that. And we'll be able to lock it, that way no one can take it. And we might even do another security bar down low, that way no one can pull it apart or anything like that. So that's our theory. We didn't want to have it sideways and have to deal with balancing issues and all the crazy math to get this thing to balance. This thing is awkward. You can do it, it's been done, but we have the real estate up here for now. Maybe in the future we'll mount it sideways if we need this spot back. But for now, that's how it's going to go. So yeah, that's the rough layout of the trailer. It might change a little bit depending on problems and solutions that we find throughout the building process. But that's going to wrap up this video. Once again, please make sure you like, subscribe. We're going to be trying to film as much as possible throughout this whole journey, not only on the building side, what chemicals we use, what fittings we use, what guns we use, all that type of content will be covered on this channel. And as we grow, the more cool content we can do. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one.